Hello everyone, my name is Adam, and welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary, where we can take a break from all of the hullabaloo and find rest for our weary souls. Today, we're going to look at the 1952 Topps Yogi Berra. It's been said that Yogi's personality and charm overshadowed just how great he was on the field. 3 American League MVP awards in 51, 54, and 55, as many as Mantle won. He received MVP votes in 15 consecutive seasons, tied with Barry Bonds and second only to Hank Aaron. He's the ring king with 10 World Series championships. He caught the only perfect World Series game thrown by Don Larson in 1956. Yogi led the Yankees in RBIs for 7 consecutive seasons from 49 to 55, despite playing with fellow sluggers Joe DiMaggio and Mickey Mantle. Not only that, Yogi is a cultural icon. Once when he was asked if a movie had frightened him, he responded, "Only the scary parts." Well, there's nothing scary about this sweet card. I picked this one up in December of 2020. Wow, what a beauty. The back mentions his 51 American League MVP season. Of course, this predates his 54 and 55 MVP awards. However, this card is from the year the Yankees won their 4th of 5 consecutive championships, and Yogi Berra was indeed a major contributor. All right, let's move on to the next card. Wow. Yes, I have another 1952 Topps Yogi Berra. It's also a 4. It's like deja vu all over again. I picked up this sweet card in February of 2021, about 2 months after the first card I just showed. Let's check out the back. What's that? What's that on the slab? Some sort of sticker? What the? How did the devil's sticker get into the Vintage Sanctuary? Wait, what? The YouTube analytics are telling me I'm losing subscribers at a rate of 5 per minute. I've only got a few minutes before I'm totally out of subscribers. All right, don't panic. Don't panic, Adam. Stay calm. Stay calm. Think. You've got to do something, man. Come on, Adam. Do something. Okay, I think I've stopped the bleeding. I still have a few subscribers left. Wait, what? I lost Mom. My mom unsubscribed from her own son's YouTube channel? What? My mom is texting me. I can't believe I'm going to read my mom's text on this YouTube channel. I covered up her number. Son, I've nurtured you from the womb. I know we've been close for decades, and I know it ain't over till it's over, but it is over. What? You crossed the line today with that YouTube video. The devil's sticker. Oh no. I thought I had raised you better than that. You came to a fork in the road and you took it. You have made too many wrong mistakes. Son, you need to understand that you can observe a lot by watching. What I observe by watching your YouTube video is there is really only one way I can see us healing our broken relationship. What? You're going to have to send me one of those 1952 Topps Yogi Berra cards. What? Send my mom one of my 52 Topps Yogi Berra cards? Possible future love depending on how you respond? What? Possible future love? Depending on how you respond? Mom, what? Wow, I did not see that coming. Hey, I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm going to have to think about this for a few days. Let me know in the comments below. Should I try to patch things up with my mom, or should I just keep all of the 52 Topps Yogi Berras for myself? I really can't end the video this way. Besides, it ain't over till it's over. So check out this super sweet VS10 1952 Topps Yogi Berra. Wow. This is my most recent of the three. I picked this gem up in March of 2021. Before talking about it, I should briefly explain why I have a trifecta of 52 Topps Yogi Berras. I love all three of them, but I rarely get duplicates. I must confess it was in part an emotional response to the fact that the 52 Topps Mickey Mantle is out of my budget. I may not be able to get the mantle, but I'm darn sure going to get those Yogis. That is perhaps the negative way of describing it. The positive way of describing it is that I channeled my longing for a 52 Topps Mickey Mantle into pursuing a somewhat related card that was in my reach, the 52 Topps Yogi Berra. It can be good at times to chase dreams, but it can also be good at times to channel that dream energy into a more attainable goal, and I'm super stoked about the result, 3 super sweet 1952 Topps Yogi Berra cards. But before we talk about this last one, let's get an appreciation for just how challenging it can be to find this beauty in great condition. Yogi's the key card in the 4th series and typically comes with a lot of paper chipping. Topps used a thin and brittle paper on the 3rd and 4th series. Plus, they're tough to find well-centered. Okay, now that we know what we're up against, let's talk about the grade. It received a grade of VS10, Vintage Sanctuary grading. In the Vintage Sanctuary, this card is indeed a 10. Let me briefly explain the criteria. One thing to keep in mind, VS grading criteria depends on the particular card. That is, not every card graded by VS will use precisely the same criteria. The first VS grading criteria, flakiness, also known as paper chipping. The flaking on this card is par excellence. It has the perfect amount of flakiness in all the right places to maximize its vintage appeal, so this card gets a grade of 10 for flakiness. The second VS grading criteria for this beauty is paper loss. There's just a tiny bit on the front and some paper loss on the back. But all the wording and numbers on this beauty can still be made out. This card has just the perfect amount of paper loss, mostly on the back and in all the right places to enhance its vintage eye appeal. So this stunner also gets a 10 for paper loss. All right, let's go back to the front. The third criteria for this gem is eye appeal to price ratio. This compares the vintage eye appeal to the price paid. No doubt, this card merits a 10 as well for eye appeal to price ratio. And the fourth grading criteria used for this awesome card is the Drool Coefficient, which is a measure of how likely other collectors are to drool all over this card. The color on this card is so rich, it's truly deserving of the 10 it received for the Drool Coefficient. Finally, the fifth vintage card grading criteria, Vintage Sanctuary grading criteria used for this museum quality piece, is centering. After carefully measuring this card with an electron microscope on both the front and the back, this card gets a 9.1478 for centering. So that's a grand total grading score of 49.1478. Divide that by the 5 grading criteria, giving us an average grade of roughly 9.82956, which rounds up to a VS Gem Mint 10. Wow. Wow. Okay, now for the big PSA grade reveal. 2. Clearly, PSA is using different grading criteria than we use here in the Vintage Sanctuary. All I have to say is, the future ain't what it used to be. Hope to see you at the next video, at the Vintage Sanctuary. My fellow collectors, until next time, be at peace.